Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my ever conscious Edo people, depending on wherever you are watching me from. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Stephen, right here on the show today. I want to give you a quick update of how far we've gone. I want to appreciate every one of you who have been very supportive in terms of your ideas, your prayers, your criticisms, your interrogative questions to actually see that this great project that we are embarking upon see the light of day. I want to say, guys, that I am so much indebted to you guys for helping me to make this dream a reality. And before I start, I would definitely have to first of all appreciate my brother, my friend, Elvis Oniyedigin, the CEO, Naja Wash, the CEO, Zevi Games, for having given us this platform that we normally use to sell our ideas to the world. It's not everybody that will do this. That the truth must be said. And I want to say thank you to him for this kind gesture, for this brotherly love, for the Edo people that he has makes his platform available for every Edo man to come here and actually display what they can offer. I want to also appreciate our mommy, we call it mommy of all mommies, mommy diaspora, for the motherly love and the motherly advices she has been giving to us also when it comes to what we do. She has been a beacon of hope. She has been a beacon of encouragement for many of us, who have known her in these last few years. And I want to say thank you, Mom. I appreciate you, and I'm proud to call you Mom because you actually display such a very rare gene as a mother of all. I will also forget, my esteemed Nigeria Watch family for your support, for your encouragement thus far. It hasn't been easy, but your encouragement has really been taking us, really, really going and helping us to do that which we are doing today. I want to say thank you very much, guys. We will not we're not taking this for granted. We're not taking this love for granted. You might have a dream and nobody's there to actually make this dream, to push this dream to become a reality. And the dream dies with you. That's why we normally say that one of the richest places on earth today is the graveyard, where many dreams we actually conceived, but it couldn't become a dream as a result of the inability of the dreamer or the visionaire to carry forth their dreams. But in a situation like this, you guys have been there helping us to make sure that our dream become a reality. We must appreciate you guys. I will also have to appreciate, my boys. I will call them my boys, the CEO Rentable Nigeria Limited and the CEO Guy Agent for their support also. When I came back to Nigeria and I needed partners because the project was a big one, and I'm not an IT guru. I'm not a good marketer, so I'm just a guy who knows how to put one or two things together. And also, I'm not into construction. So, and I actually needed people who has so much idea of what we are doing to join me to make this dream a reality. And I approached these young guys. They are young guys in their mid or late 30s. They're still very young guys, but they are very ambitious. They are guys who has actually done great for themselves. I think Retevo is one of the biggest, platform when it comes to software engineering. And guys, one of the biggest platform when it comes to real estate and marketing, in Edo State today. They joined me up. They've been a beacon of hope for me, and they've been pushing me to see that I get to where I am today. And I would also feel to also appreciate my friend, my brother, Kenneth, Engineer Ken. In the United States, he has a construction company called the Kembo, you know, uh, Petroleum and Motors here in Nigeria. When he actually came into this whole scenario, he jumped in, and since then he has been also being a beacon of encouragement, to see that I'm able to actualize this great dream that I'm carrying. I would also forget to appreciate the chairman CEO, Tough Engineering, Teprecon, or the management of the smart city, the Goshen of Goshen Garden City, for their also inclusiveness, in this quest to make my dream a reality. So I want to thank every one of you. And these guys, I'm going to interview them, along the line while I continue unveiling, all the different parts that make up this very wonderful project that we are embarking on, known as the Stockholm Mega City. You know, like I said, Stockholm Mega City was vetted, under the platform of NigerWash, with the help of our mother, mommy diaspora, Israel Semota, even and Evis himself. We had a talk, and I told them this is my dream and my aspiration. And since then, they've been flying the card of this very particular dream with us. This actually estate management was vetted last year. Immediately after the election, when we saw the Emota Garden that was being constructed by the government of Governor Gasol Baseki, I felt that yeah, it was a good initiative, but the standard was not what we actually needed as people that live in the diaspora. We wanted a serene environment where we can be able to actually do things, to better the lives of our people. And having seen that, I began to put one-on-one together, try to work out the greatest modality on which I can be able to get this done. So when I returned back to Nigeria this year, January this year, I started looking for some plots of land around the Ekama Road houses, actually. And then we got some which we negotiated, we actually bought. But while we bought it, the place was quite far from town. We have not been able to. Yeah, Osaibovo, Edison, they've not actually given any committee yet because they have not been inaugurated. They have not, the moment they have been inaugurated, we're going to come out here to make it known to our people. Okay. But if you have any complaint of land issues, you can direct it to the CCE. If you go on Facebook, you can get concerned citizens of Edo State. You can make your complaint there. They will give you, a number to call, which you can lay your complaint and write your petitions to, and it will be attended to. Thank you, sir. So, like I was saying, so we actually got those land, but it was far from town, and we started looking for another ways. That was when I came across the CEO, Tough Engineering, by name uh, uh, Abubakar Aruna, Comrade Abubakar Aruna. And I spoke to him of my dreams and aspirations. And he told me, oh, I just acquired some massive, plots of land at Oregon community in Oregon local government area, precisely what two. So I decided to go to that place. That was around April or so before I returned back to Europe after the second time. I went to Oregon community with him and his boys, one Mr. AY and one Mr. Nuruddin. So we went there. I saw the place. I saw prospect there because of the area that was actually involved. It's a four cardinal point. So I knew that this place is going to be one of the best that I would need to actually, bring my dream to play. So we had an agreement. We had our memorandum of understanding. The prices we had discussed, and I have to acquire some parts of lands from the entire, estate entire city that he was building. Because I know I have actually sent the allotment document to some persons, and also I've sent the the survey to some persons, and there's some level of discrepancies based on our own level of understanding of what is happening. So that's what I'm trying to like recap the entire scenario to where we are getting on. So I met with him. So we had a memorandum of understanding to now be able to continue with the job that we are doing today. So precisely the entire parcel of, let's say, about 30 plus of land does not belong to Stockholm Mega City alone. Stockholm Mega City only acquired 3,500 of the plot, 3,000 plus and 250 plus that we got of late, which make it 3,250 plus of lands that we acquired from Goshen Garden City, which is also the operator of Tough Engineering Constructions Nigeria Limited. Okay, so the other 40,000 plus of land is not in our possession. So we only have 3,250 plots of land that is in the possession of Stockholm Mega City, which we are going to develop for our people, both in the diaspora and those that are home. Exactly, guys. Now, let's fast forward. Since then we'll be working behind the scene, and I'll be doing 1 or 2 videos, actually discuss on what we have been doing. And I told you guys that when I return back for this 4th time back to Nigeria, we're going to officially unveil the estate, and that has been what we'll be doing in the last few days. Then on Thursday this week, we officially went around the city of Benin. The video is coming out very soon because the what's it called, the cameramen are still working on it to edit, because it's about 8 hours job. So there's no way we can actually stream live for 8 hours. So they're actually editing, the video to put it together so we can put it on air. We're going to have it on this YouTube channel, the moment the video is ready for viewing. So we actually had, a campaign around the town of Benin, right from Saple Road down to Way. We moved around to Ted, and down to what is it called, Apamava, slope, Boba slope, down to Apamava, straight down around Ring Road, and we went to Airport Road. We ended at where we have our machines stationed. There's a good news, guys. With the help of Kembo Nigerian Construction Nigeria Limited, we've been able to secure about 21 machines, 3 bulldozers, 3 graders, 5 tippers, 1 water tanker, 1 roller, 1 excavator, and some other machines that we've been able to take to site as we speak to you right now. So by tomorrow, there's going to be massive construction work on the road. So we are grading the road from Oba River. Those of you that know that area, that Ulemo area, Uloho, and Ewabudia, that axis known as Upper Airport. So we're going to tie it from there to Umezi community and other communities to get to Uregi community where our land is actually located. So now we're going to make it to be straight that direct from Airport Road. So by the grace of God, we are also working with the government to see how the road can be tied. So direct from Airport Road, you would drive less than 15 minutes. If the road is motorable, the way we're planning to be now, it is 15 minutes drive. From Ring Road, that is the entrance of Airport Road, down to Reggae Community. It will be a 15 minutes drive based on our plans of grading the road and seeing how we can be able to tie the road with the help of the state government. But to grade the road, we are doing that starting from tomorrow. Also, there's also another axis of the estate from the Ekenwan Road axis down to Sapele Road. So the graders also, we're going to put one grader on the Ekenwan Road axis that is going to grade, from the Ekenwan Road axis down to Sapele Road, which will now lead us to Ogege community. So this is to help us to actually have a good road network into the city. And the shortest entrance to the city is actually from Sapele Road. It takes about less than 2 kilometers from Ogege into this very particular community where the estate is being located. Okay, guys. So we have the road from Sapele Road down to the estate. We now have the Ekenwan Road cross through the estate down to Sapele Road. Then we now have another one again from Airport Road cross through the estate down to Gelegele. So these are the massive construction work we are going to be doing from tomorrow. It's going to be a massive job being done, by Kempo Construction Company, who is going to be there to help us, link all these roads, for us to not be, in a 4 cardinal points, or the one we call the 4 junctions in the estate. And in that 4 junctions, then we're going to have a roundabout. So that's the main estate. Now, in that part of the 30,000 plus of land, we are acquiring 3,250 plots for Stockholm Mega City, which also, based on my sense of humor, I decided to acquire the land that is at the middle of the estate, where the roundabout is located. So I did that purposely now for us to have, not to be, in a one entrance or in a 2 entrance kind of way. So right now, our estate is at the middle. It's at the 4 corners, the roundabout of the estate, of the entire city, known as the Benin Smart City, that belongs to Top Engineering. Okay, we acquire some part of it, which is about 3,000, like I said, 250 plus, which we are going to develop. So the development is going to come in when I begin to speak to the different, companies that makes up the Stockholm Mega City. Okay, guys. Now, let me not forget. Sorry, guys, I forgot to mention Paitro. Paitro is also part of the group who is actually pioneering the Stockholm Mega City. Okay, Paitro is one of us. It's also a partner to Stockholm Mega City. It's a great partner to the struggle. It's a great partner to see the actualization of these great dreams that we are actually pushing to bring to pass. Okay, guys. Now, I've been talking about the construction. So the construction is ongoing, but tomorrow is going to be a massive construction on the land, and we're going to see that a lot of job will be done in order for us to be able to start, the allotment of lands to buyers and also to prospective buyers. Now, the question I want to ask is can I and this company do it alone? The answer is no. We can't actually actualize these dreams without your support. We needed you guys to jump in and make this dream a reality by supporting this vision. This is a vision. This is a dream that was bettered by us within this family, which we have decided to sell out to the general people. And we, the family, must first of all embrace this dream. Must first of all see the prospect in this vision, and then we decide to now sell it out to other people. Let me give you a little analysis. I mean, if you notice Femi Osibano, the man that was building the 21-story building that actually collapsed and killed him also. Now, that dream was a vision of this man, Femi, the late Femi Osibano. But the actualization of that dream was not his sole responsibility, because he could not afford such an amount of money. But he had a dream. He had a vision of building one of the tallest housing story building in Nigeria. That was his dream. He sold the dream to other persons who bought into his dreams, and they paid to make that dream a reality. Unfortunately, based on what we heard, he actually had the first dream because of financial constraint to have an 8-story building, which was later increased to 15-story building before it went to 21-story building. So the foundation that was laid was the foundation for 8-story building, not the 21-story building. So that was actually, caused the crumbling. But that's not what we're going to do in this very particular estate. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. Just drop a message. Drop a message on a messenger there. There's a major point. There's a message there, and I will reply to you immediately. I'm done with this show. Okay, sir. So that is the dream. We have a dream. What is our dream? Our dream is to develop a housing estate that is commensurable with the European standard of where we are coming from. Our dream is to have a home that will look exactly like where we are coming from. Because my aim, my objective, is to bring as many Edolites as possible back to our city. Like I said to very many, I've lived outside this country for over a decade, over 2 decades. And I've actually seen, having traveled around the world also, having seen lives on both sides, I have come to the conclusion that there is no place like home. No matter how convenient it is for us, no matter how safe it is for us, in the diaspora where we live in, home remains home. That is one thing that's actually propelling me, giving me the courage to continually pushing for this dream to become a reality. Having said that, the estate is so well planned in a way that everyone will be inclusive in the estate development. Let's start from the business district. The plan of the estate is just the same thing like what we have in the diaspora. You don't go to houses and houses, see shops being built on every nook and cranny of the cities in Europe or in America. There are specific locations that be assigned by the government or the developers where shops, shopping malls, churches, schools, hospitals, to mention but a few, can be built on. But in the setting where we have in Nigeria today, you can see a filling station between 2 houses. I remembered when I was growing up, when I was sitting in secondary school, we were taught in school that it is dangerous or hazardous for a filling station to be built within or very close to an existing home because of the flammable nature of what they sell. If you go to Europe, where I actually lived my life, filling stations are actually built not even close to anywhere. It's built in the middle of nowhere. In Sweden, where I live, that's how it's built. In the middle of nowhere. No houses is around that area, at least 500 meters away from that place, there's going to be no house. In case if there is any form of explosion, it does not affect people living within that area. That is one dream that we brought into existence in the Stockholm Mega city. They would not call it the district, the business district areas. So you can't even build a house and build a store. It's not going to be acceptable. So you cannot just have a store at the front of your home, just what we do around town today. That we are not going to be acceptable. So it gives you this cool environment. You move away from your home, you go into the shopping area or the district area. Going away from in the morning from home, you drive to your church within the same estate. Not having a church in between two buildings where, loudspeakers, what is it called? Is it, I don't know, that the one they put outside. I don't know the name is called. That makes people not to sleep at night. That we're trying to avoid. We now create what we call the district area, which is going to be the first as you go into the estate. In the district areas, cars can be allowed into the district area, but with proper checking. Okay, so when you are driving into the district area, one, you must have what you're going to do inside the estate in the first place. So if you're driving in, maybe you're going to drop your child in the school, you're going to supply goods to the shops, to drop it in the warehouse, whatever you're going to do there, but you must have something you're going to do there, which you're going to explain to the security guards at the entrance of the city. The moment you are being allowed to go in, after you've already gone through all the protocols, all the procedures that it will be put in place by the software engineers, because we're going to have what we call automated check screening system, and that I'm going to talk about that in later on. Then you get there. If you are driving a truck, there's where your truck can get to because of the weight of the load you carry. So you're going to get to that place, your goods will be discharged into the warehouse, and the owners of these goods will come in and pick the goods from the warehouse to their different shops at the shopping complex inside the city. Okay, guys? So you're going to have your hotels, you're going to have your hospitals, you're going to have your schools, and these are actually thrown open to any Edolites, particularly those of us in the diaspora who intended investing in these areas. Building of schools, building of hospitals, that'll be a well-equipped standard hospital, not just a two-flat, a well-equipped standard hospital, like one of our diaspora built at Ubuyoko. I think I did a video some time ago. So we need something like that, where you have about 32 bed space and a lot of equipment. So if you want to build an hospital, you're welcome in to partner with us. We are going to give you all the incentive you need, and we're going to help you to make sure you bring the dream to reality. We're going to build a school, a crèche, the daycare, known as the KGs, the primaries, and even the secondary schools. If you also want to put a body house in, we are also there to help you, because a 3,250 capacity estate is a lot. I'm not talking about the entire 30,000 that covers the entire Businessman City. So if you're having a school there, if you're having an hospital there, if you're having an hotel there, I think it's a good business for you guys. It could be a massive, massive investment that you're going to gain. But if you want to build an hospital, man, you are fine. You want to build an hotel, you're welcome also. We are giving you the leverage also, but we have a standard of hotel we want to build in that place. They're going to tell you, if you're coming to build an hotel, come in, they're going to tell you, this is what we want. This is what we think we want to have in that very particular, estate. And if you are capable of doing that, we are going to come in with you. If you also want to have a collabo with people, fine and good. Like we have an intention of building a 15-story building, hotel, 15-story building. That's our plan. So we all can come together. 15 of us can come together. 50 of us can come together and actually build that edifice. That's going to be one of the best or the biggest hotel in Nigeria. I'm a man with a big dream. That have a big God that thinks nothing is impossible. So our plan is to have a 15-story building. I told Kembo Construction and also the other guys, say, this is my plan. To have a 15-story hotel in the city, owned by us, the diasporans. We can make that place to become another city, the Omak, a center of attraction. Then if you go away from the district area, the business district area, you now go to the residential districts. In the residential district is now be divided into 4 places. Just like we have in Europe. You see some of us who lives in what we call villas or duplexes. Most of the time we live very close to the forest. Our houses are actually in the forest, in the bush. And they are more expensive than even those that live in the center of the city. Okay, so they're going to have the villa district. They're going to have the bungalow district. We're going to have the 4-flat districts, or what we call the rented apartment districts. So the 1st flat and the 2-flat pattern of housing. I know somebody asked me this question sometime ago, say, why are we discriminating? I'm going to make it a little bit very clear. We aren't discriminating, but actually we are actually making the right choice to come to play. The reason is this: if you live in a duplex, you should be able to have your own, serene environment. Or you live in a bungalow. Not if you live in a rented apartment, you can't control them. Not because of poverty or richness now. It's just to give people who really want to live in a quiet environment. They usually have that. That's what they do in Europe. You see, where people actually live in, like, the cluster areas. You're going to see between the cluster areas and where this, you want to call the bourgeois lives in, there's a forest in between them. You walk through the forest, when you not get to where they live in. And if you see the environment is more quiet than where you have so much people actually residing. So that is also another plan that we are having on the estate. Now, on the security, somebody asked me this question 2 days ago. Say, what are the modalities we are putting in place for security? I'm going to talk about the physical. I'm going to talk about the technological. Okay, guys? On the physical aspect of it, we're going to have 3 entrances to the city, and each of the entrances must have a security post. Entrance A, entrance B, entrance C. The airport road, the Gelegele, and the supply road axis of the city is going to have 3 entrances in. And each entrance must have a security post. And each entrance must have an automated check-in. That will help in controlling who goes into the estate and who comes out. Not only that, the entire city, which is Goshen Garden City, or the Benin Smart City, as is being called in this case, is also building 4 cardinal checkpoints into the entire estate. At the Kenwan Road, they have one. At the Gelegele Axis, they have one. At Airport Road Axis, they have one. And at Sapele Road Axis, they have one. So that shows that we already have 7 security points before you can come into the Stockholm Mega City. We'll take the 4 major ones, which from the estate itself, and 3 into our estates. This we're going to have a police checkpoint. We're going to have a soldier checkpoint. We're already working on that. They only ask us to build, which we are ready to do for them. We're going to build it for them. They build a home, like we are going to relax, a well comfortable home. They're going to put a checkpoint in there. They've already promised us that. Then the police said we can build a police station at the entrance. Then they are going to be there. They're going to have their office there at the entrance of the major estate. Okay, so now that is the physical part of the security to the estate. Then what is the technological part of it? Into the Stockholm Mega City, there's what we call automated checking point. If you actually live in Europe, you see sometimes when you are driving into your parking lot or into some areas, there's always a barricade, like a wood. Barricade is very common in the airport area. There's always a barricade, like a wood. So when you get closer, it goes up. Then you drive in, the back closes, the front closes. So you are in between. So at that point in time, so there's already a machine that's going to screen you through to see that nothing is in that car. We call it the anti-bomb detector. So the software engineer is already working on that. And when we are done with that software, we're going to contact China, who will now help us to duplicate and produce that anti-bomb detector for us. So that will make it very clear that it will become next to impossible if you are going into the estate with any form of arms or ammunition to be detected right there before you walk in. That's number 1. Then number 2 is this. While you are sitting there with your car, the automated detector will pick your plate number. Because we are not going to know all the cars in the estate. So what we're going to do is, based on what the software engineer is telling us right now, they are going to make sure that every landlord or tenant that lives in the estate, their cars will be registered in our central database. So as you are driving into the estate, as you get into the first automated checking point, it screens your plate number automatically. Therefore, it's like the minute you screen your plate number, it picks it up and it appears on their system, and they know who you are. Because while you are buying your land right now, I forgot to tell you that. While you are buying your land right now, you are coming with a passport photograph, your means of identification, either a driver's license or international passport, your full name, your address, and a telephone number attached to it. These things are going to be computed into the database being created right now for the entire 3,250 plus of land in the estate. So the moment you are buying your land, you know the name of the street of your land, you know the number of your land. You know the street, you know the number right away. So it's a great one for you. So the moment it comes, it picks it up like this, boom. It has already identified who is in that car. Now, let's say you have a visitor. This is another thing we are doing. You have a visitor. People can just come into the estate. I think my brother knows what I'm talking about. Naija Wash knows what I'm talking about right now because he lives in that kind of area. You can't just walk into the estate to go and look for people. If you are coming to visit me, for example, I would have gone to the security either through email, because there's going to be a form that every house owner will be allowed into. If I'm receiving, let's say I'm receiving Mommy Diaspora in my house. If she's coming 10 a.m. tomorrow, for example, I'm going to just fill the form there, ask her which car is she bringing in, give them all her details. Okay? Then I send it to them at the security point in the city. So they will be waiting for this very particular person. The moment she comes in, they ask her, who are you going to see? She calls my name. Then they're going to ask her, what is your name? They're going to say, okay, this is my name. They check the system, and they check the whole system. They call me then. Then as at this time, she's already in between the automated checking. She can't go out, she can't come in. So this is what the software engineers are doing to actually protect securities. Now, there's what we call, we're actually working on what we call the panic alarm system. The panic alarm system is one hell of a system that is very common in Sweden. I don't know about other countries. I think it's very common in Sweden. That if you have an issue that is tough, it's a button. You press on the button, the police, the fire service gets the information instantly. And in 5 minutes, the entire house is running up. That we're also working on for the estate. This might look very voluminous. It might look very expensive, but I got the deal. That is why I brought in some companies which I know are good in coding all this out for us. Instead of me paying them in cash, I am making them to be partners and co-investor in the business. So that reduces the amount of money that I will be spending. What would have cost me maybe 30 million naira, maybe I will end up spending 5 million naira. The 25 million naira left will not be invested into the estate to be a partner or a shareholder in the estate. Like I said, my concern is not about what I'm going to make. My concern is to make this dream a reality. Okay, guys. So it's already working on that. So what we'll call the panic button, the panic alarm system. We are also planning to have a CCTV camera in all the major streets and roads within the estate. Not just a camera that also speaks and takes photos. The camera that speaks, it picks your voice. It picks your voice. We want to use that to actually avoid crime in the city. When you are planning evil, you are within, you might not even know where the camera is because it's going to be hidden inside the street lights. You start talking, it picks your voice. And if it's in the night, they want to scare you away, the camera will speak to you. This is real. We've seen it here. The guy who is the software engineer has it. I've seen it in his home. It's a beautiful thing. It will speak to you. That can even scare you and you make it run away. That's going to be part of the plans that we have in that very particular city. It's one of the features of the city. Another thing that has been my major concern was the sewage system. The sewage system is one hell of a system that is so very, very worrisome in Nigeria. Every home has a soakaway. That is actually destroying the ecosystem. Every home has a borehole. That is destroying the ecology. We in Africa need to thank God that we are not in place like Europe, where earthquake and tornado and all form of natural hazard is not happening, because the layer of the soil has been so much damaged by us digging boreholes. You see a street. In my street now, we are building my house now. They have over 100 houses on that street. All of them has a borehole. All of them. All including my own. All of us has a borehole. All. That is dangerous. If an earthquake should happen in Nigeria, many of those houses will collapse because the ground is already destroyed. In order for us to avert that, we are going back to the old system that was operated in the early 80s to the late 80s, known as the water board. But we are going to create our own water board within the estate that will not give us water for all the estate occupants to use. I'm going to shock you on this. Every water that comes from the board will be treated from the central water system. Will be treated, so we can actually drink the water just like we can drink water from the tap in Europe and some part of America. Okay, guys. Now the sewage system is also going to be the same. It's going to be what we call a central sewage system. And the truth of the matter is the central sewage system will be useful to us because we're going to use that to actually create the gas that we are going to be used in cooking. So the gas system will be used from the sewage. The heat that comes from the urine and the excreta can also be transformed into gas. We all know that. Because I think somebody taught me that even with my poultry physics also. So we're going to use that to actually produce gases for all occupants of the estate. So you're going to have like a 24-hour gas system. It will be built. You're going to be billed on the usage of the gas, and you pay for it. So if you go into the gas station and fill the gas, you can actually use that in. This might look impossible, but the reality is grand. We are working tirelessly with companies that have what it takes to produce this thing, to make these things a reality for us. Okay, guys. Now, I haven't said I'm going to end there today because I'm going to come out again to talk more about the other features. But right now, we are having a promo. We're having a promo, and I want those of us who are actually interested in this promo to jump in. We're having a promo right now. Because of the Christmas period, we decided to have what we called a promo, a cut down in the price, and a gift along with it. So, guys, I want you to listen to this short clip, and kindly, if you are still interested, get in contact with us. There are numbers on this very particular short clip. I'm also going to set a poster here now. Call us so we can meet you up, take you down for a sightseeing, and also give you all the necessary information you need to get for you to be able to be part of this wonderful, wonderful idea that we are putting up. Let me say again, we are still open to partnership because this is not a project that can be done by one. It's a multi-billion naira project. The land alone, the cost of the land alone is already running into billions of naira. The cost of the lands alone is already running into billions of naira. The 3,250 plus is already running into billions of naira. So it's a multi-billion naira project that we all can benefit on all the days of our lives. So it's not going to be Humanity Civil alone, or it's going to be the other companies that I've just mentioned, or the other places I've just mentioned. It will be a time for all of us. If you really want to invest into something, please kindly come get in contact with us, and we'll be so glad to have you on board. But one thing is this: if you are coming in, you must come in with a vision. We do not need money bags. We want to throw their money somewhere and control the whole process so that we cannot be able to miss the road on where we are going to. If you are coming in, you are coming with a vision that we had. You are now expanding on the vision that we have already built. That will help us to now be able to work more on what we have already laid down, to have a better, more sustainable, more actualizable vision for our people in the diaspora. Thank you, guys. Listen to this short clip as I continue.
This man!
trendybeats.com.
Waiting happen. Just a pity this guy. Who be that one? Who be that? One of my neighbor. He go buy land, and the land when he buy, they don't first sell land for one so their man. You see beating where they beat this guy since. The more they tell them say, I don't know, say they first sell land for now. The more they beat him. For that guy, if that guy feel make a this Christmas, I'll go help.
No. Ose, you know this. Ose, you be bad person. No. Ose, you are a very bad person. Ose, no. Ose, you mean to tell me say you never hear of Stockholm Mega City? You never hear of Stockholm Mega City? The number one and the fastest selling estate right now in Benin.
Stockholm. Now stockfish.
No, not be stockfish. Stockholm Mega City, and they come with sweet facilities like 24 hours power supply, central water system, CCTV on all major roads to measure body fuel. Baba, let me shock you. Hey, guess what? Guess. See, Baba, you know, say for this festive period, Stockholm Mega City, they don't slash all their price. Plot of 1 million now, they don't slash that down to 700K. So not just with that one. No. See, as you buy one plot for 700,000, you dey get one bag of rice, you dey get groundnut here, and you dey get Christmas fowl. Wait. Stockholm Mega City. They for Urerin community for Upper Airport Road, Benin City.
It not even far.
It not far now. See this one.
It not far safe.
Not be smart. It not far.
But man, they go now later now.
No wahala.
That matter I tell you just now. That matter I tell you just now.
Which of them?
You so therefore beat that my neighbor. Okay, I beg not tell anybody. I beg.
Okay, no. You know, I know the. You know me. I
don't find money. I thought that's for that plot of land there.
You know, I don't like gossip. Yeah, I don't like gossip. But when I have an information that will benefit my neighbor, I don't hesitate. Hey, Mama Nkechi, I be now. Well done. Hey, Mama Nkechi, you hear say soldier beat Ose neighbor. They too beat him, they break his leg. You know.
Yeah!
Okay,
Yeah!
Hey, Jambu, Alpha. You hear say soldier beat Ose neighbor. He they break his kidney, they too beat him. Not tell anybody. Okay.
Yeah, okay, guys. So that is the clip. That is a clip. One of the clip that we actually put up for this very particular show. Okay. So that is it. So this is just one of the the guys that we actually gave the gift to, as we said on please, I'm not call now. I'm using this flow now to coming back later. Thank you. But I'm just using this for you calling now to actually do the live broadcast. Okay, this is one of the guys we actually gave gift to. This is his younger brother. It's not in town, so they send their younger ones in to pick it. I cannot get some of the videos here also. So this is the bill for that very particular promo. The promo is still on. Is still on the 7th of October. I mean 7th of January. The promo is still on the 7th of January, 2022. So buy one plot of land, which was 1 million, which now slot for 700,000. You get a bag of rice, a 4 liter of oil, and a live chicken for the Christmas. Okay, we are doing this in order for us to also tell our esteemed developers and customers that we mean business and we are ready to serve you better. Okay, guys, so that is it for now. Let me check if there's any question there for us. Please like this video. Can you like this video, guys? Just share, like this video, share this video. This is a good one for us as a people. Let's share this video. Let's see how we can be able to make Edo great again. I want to say a very big thank you to you all. For once more again, I want to thank my brother, every side again, and our mama in the house, mommy diaspora, for your support, for backing me up all through this while. It hasn't been easy, but these guys have been there. They push me, they beat me around. If I want to go off the line, they're always there to make things work in the way that they expect it to work. And I want to say a big thank you to you guys. You guys have done wonderfully well. I appreciate you all. You guys are wonderful people. You've actually made me proud, and I want to say thank you. Now, to all my partners, I want to say thank you for buying into this dream. Without you guys, it would have been just a mirage. It would have been a vision without no direction. Okay, this vision has become a mission today because you guys actually contributed to it. I say thank you all. We appreciate you all. Let's continue to work hand in hand and make Edo great again. We can't continue depending on the government to do all for us. We can continue doing it on our own to the best of which we can, and by the grace of God, we can be able to set a pace for the government to actually work towards. This is my dream right now. I feel that, yes, I forget this. Top Engineering Construction Nigeria Limited, I'm going to interview him this week. They are working on a massive project to actually generate electricity by themselves. I'm going to interview this week. I'm going to show you all the paperwork. I'm going to make sure that all the paperwork is being scanned and sent across to us. You're going to see them live and how much we are working to make it a difference in the estate development in Nigeria, particularly in Edo. Not just the Edo way whereby people just come in and sell land and go. No, we don't want to sell land and go. We want to sell land, develop, and manage the estate for the betterment of everyone. That is the aim. That is the dream. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. If no other question, until we see again, bye for now. And God bless you all. See you tomorrow. We're going to have a video tomorrow. We're going to be on site tomorrow to actually see what we are doing, on site. Jolly, yes, you can. You can pay it twice, but you have to be before the end of the promo, which is on the 7th of September. Jolly Okoro, yeah, you can. But you have to be before the end of the 7th of September, of 7th of January, which is the last day for the promo. Yeah, I've seen it, Clarence. I'm coming. I'm going to deal with that. Okay. Now, Clarence is asking the question. So, if a land is bought in this Stockholm estate, is there any stipulated time the land be developed? Yeah, we have time frame. We actually have 3 years time frame for the land to be developed. But if you don't have the capacity to do it in that 3 years, we have another option for you. The option is we do not need a forest within houses. Okay, to avoid these reptiles, snakes, and all these other things. So what you would do is that very particular plot of land of yours can be turned into a field. You take away all the big trees, take away all the grasses, you're not left with this normal field that we have in our school fields or in a football field, which will be cleared. Intermediaries, and you have to pay for the maintenance of that land until you are ready to build. So that's just how it goes. So it makes it easy for us, so we don't have to have so very many unnecessary grasses, where people could hide in and all that and that. So that will not remove the entire problem that we'll be having. Thank you very much, sir. There's somebody asked a question: how can someone reach you? Yeah, you on that flyer that we just posted there, you have their telephone numbers that you can call. On the flyer we just posted there, are telephone numbers you can call on that flyers. Let me see the flyer again, so you can pick up the telephone number from the flyer. So that flyer there, there's a telephone number you can call there. The phone number that you can call on that very flyer there, you have phone numbers underneath it. So let me take this away. So there's a phone number you can call there. If you zoom it up, you're going to see phone numbers there. Call any of those phone numbers there, and somebody will speak to you. If you want to get to me directly, you call the international number on WhatsApp. There's an international number there, which I will for +46. So you can call that one directly, and I will be the one that will pick the call, because that's the number I control. And the next one after the one before that one also is also my number. The one before the +46 is also my Nigeria number. If you call the +46, or you call the 081, which is an Airtel number, I'll be the one that I go to pick, and I will speak to you directly. So thank you, guys. I need to take a bow right now. I appreciate all. God bless you guys. God bless you. Bye for now until we see you tomorrow again.